everyone, my name is Rain. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will be cash stuffing a total of $1,650. So let me just pull this out. $1,000 is coming from my last paycheck from my last job, and then $205 is coming from YouTube, which is my paycheck for February, and then $445 is actually coming out from my savings challenges that I completed for February. And overall, it is a total of $1,650. So I do have $1,205 in here, and then I am just gonna go ahead and grab the money from my savings challenges, my completed one. So starter, let me pull this all out. So starting with my own savings challenges, this is my Melody guest checklist. It was my newest launch. About my shop, I don't really know when I will be opening. Honestly, we have been enjoying our move. We have been exploring our area, and we also started working out more, so that kind of impedes a little bit of the process as to when I'm going to open my shop. So that's to be announced when I'm ready. I'm sorry, guys. And then the second savings challenge is from Angela or EMSA Budget. This is a total of $75. So let's give this a count. 20, 40, 50, 65, 75. So that was completed. And I completely forgot to count my Hello Kitty one, but trust me guys, I completed that as well. And that was a total of 115. And then next one is this Aurora savings challenge from Be the Happy Turtle or Chelsea. So it should be a total of $100 since each icon is $10. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. And I'm just gonna double count this as well once I pull all the money out from the completed savings challenges. I'm making such a mess. And then next one is a challenge from Hustle and Flows, which is Catch Your Dreams, and you should save $50 in total. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, which is good. And then lastly is my Pochaco and Pochami Sweetheart Season Savings Challenge, which is also from my previous launch. This was a Valentine edition, so I am supposed to save $100, but I believe I added an extra 5, so this is 105, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 105. So now we can give this all a count, and it should be a total of 1,650. So let me pull my calculator out. And I don't think you guys can see. Alright guys, I don't think you guys will be able to see the amount, but I will show you the total at the end. But in hundreds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 700. And then 50s, we have 51, 52, 53, 50. So that's 350. And then in 20s, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60. So 360. And then in tens, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 170. And then in fives, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. $70. So that is a total of $1,650. And let me just show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit. I do have a ring light on top of me. I am filming quite late as well, and actually it is my first night by myself. Jose actually went to work today, and I'm kind of scared because this is the first time that I will be by myself. Even in my parents' house, I always had someone with me, whether it be my parents or my dogs, but now I am all alone, so all lights are all on. So let's go ahead and start with my black binder, which is my allowance and my monthly bills. And how have you guys been? How is your March so far? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic March. It has been very busy, mainly because we have been exploring the city, going back to our workout routine, and just familiarizing ourselves with moving out. But yeah, I am so behind with self-care. I need to do my nails. I actually broke my nails, and I feel like I haven't had a good rest in a while. Groceries actually getting $200, so we also bought more produce and meat from Costco, and that should last us at least till the end of April because we did buy another bulk run, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna shop like little bits from Aldi's and Walmart or whatnot, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff this. So I did that with 150s, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, so 150, 160, 170, 180, 90, and 100. And let me go ahead and give this account just to be sure. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, and $200. So that's correct. And then we also, I'm going to add this in here. So I have to do another unstuffing. I have been enjoying actually doing unstuffing with you guys. I feel like it just makes the budgeting journey real. But grocery now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 50, 70, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, and $300. But don't be fooled, I'm unstuffing $125 from this. And actually we haven't calculated how much we spent in Costco yet from our bulk run. Gas is getting $30, and whew, this gas, guys, it has been going up. I am not used to seeing $4 per gallon. It's insane. But now gas has 20, 40, 55, and 60. And the good news is our job is really close to our apartment. It is a lot of traffic, but it's still closer in distance. So I think we have been saving gas a bit more. Spending is actually getting $25. And I owe myself, because if you guys haven't seen my Instagram post, I actually bought Dubai chocolate. I have been so obsessed with Dubai chocolate, and I spent $65 worth of chocolate from La Roche. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it was like a Swiss imported chocolate, and I am so obsessed with it. And it's so dangerous because I have been spending nonstop, but spending now has 20, 35, and 40. And if you guys have tried Dubai chocolate, please let me know what you guys feel. Eating out is getting $100, and I did that with 50, 70, 90, no, 80, 95, and 100. Let's double count that. So 50, 70, 80, 95, and 100. And I do have $45 in here, so that is a total of $145. And I spent, I think, $95 recently, so yeah, that's also in the negatives. Buffer is getting $10. My goal is to at least have $200 in here, but I only have $100 in my savings account, so we're going to add 10, so that has $110. And then next one is going to be rent. I am not going to pay rent as of yet, just because our job did pay for our 2-month stipend, meaning 2 months worth of rent. So we won't be paying rent until mid-June, but it will be receiving $100 just to get myself ahead in the future. So now rent has 100, 250, 70, 90, 310, 330, and 350. So that's 350. And I am talking quite a bit because it is so quiet in the background, and I don't know, it's just giving me like bad thoughts and spooky thoughts. So I'm trying to occupy myself with talking with you guys, which I really do appreciate if you guys are listening. Utility is getting $20, so now it has $60, and I have no idea how much is our electric and light bill. I mean, light bill and water bill. And then renter's insurance is getting $5, and this is just to get ourselves ahead for our next renter's insurance. We did pay a year worth of renter's insurance, so this won't be due until next year. Auto loan is getting $200, and I'm trying to get myself ahead with auto loan, so we're adding $200 because my monthly bill is about $580, and I only have 100, 200, 350, 70, and 80, so that's $380, and I need $200 more. Extra debt, which is going towards my car, is getting $100. Oops. And I have one more paycheck to cash stuff, which is my first paycheck in my current job. Car insurance is getting skipped, and then phone bill is getting $15. So that's $110 and $15. So now phone bill has $10, $20, $5, $30. And then next one is gym membership. I did mention that we have been going back to the gym, and we have been consistent. And actually, I have been trying my best to get 10K steps daily. So I am trying out my Aura Ring. But I decided to actually return this and get Rincon instead because it's cheaper. And also, my goal for the Oura Ring is to basically just track my sleep cycle, just because I work at nighttime and I am not able to rest how a normal person should, or like how, you know, if you were to sleep regular days. So my goal is to just track my sleep debt and how stressed my body is. But with workouts and everything, I found that the Apple Watch does it better. So the Rincon basically does the same thing as the Oura Ring. So instead of spending $500 for one ring, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the Rincon because it's $300 only and it's $200 less. But so far I have been loving the Oura Ring. But that's basically it for my black binder. Next one is going to be my high priority binder. The first envelope that we are stuffing is going to be medical expenses. It will be receiving $10. So now medical expenses has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 210. So that's 210. And then next one is going to be emergency fund. We are stuffing $95. So let's go ahead and mark 40 and 55. So I definitely need to do my cash stuffing, well, my cash condensing really soon, because this is a lot of bills here. So 40 and 5. So now in, whoops, where was it? For my emergency fund, we have $3,100 in my high yield savings account, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 50, 70, 90, 910, 930, 50, 70, 90, 4,000, 10, 30, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, and 100. So 4,100. Hopefully I counted that right. 4,100. And the next one is going to be my personal savings for my Roth IRA, which, how is everyone's Roth IRA, 401k, or any investment at all? Mine actually dropped down $3,000 and it's breaking my heart. I'm like hoping the market goes back up soon. But I will be stuffing $85. I mean, $160, but I think I won't be transferring this into my Roth IRA because I lost money. So I put $3,100 into Roth IRA. However, right now I think it is sitting at $2,980 or something like that. So my next cash condensing, I'm actually going to put this money towards my high yield savings account. That way it can have some more money instead of it getting taken away from the market crash. But we are stuffing 160. So 50, 60. But if you guys have any opinion as to what I should do, should I keep it in my Fidelity? Like, should I still keep my 401k, my 403b, and my Roth IRA in my Fidelity account, or should I pull it out and put it in my high yield savings account? I don't really know what to do. But now in personal savings, we have $3,100 in my Roth IRA. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90, 410, 430, 50, 70, 90, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85. So we have 4,585. Well, technically it's probably 4,500. But yeah, that is it for my personal savings. And then let's move on to 6 months ahead. This is for my future mortgage. We are stuffing $45, so we're marking 10 and 35. And let's add in $45, so that's 2 20s and a 5. So now in 6 months ahead, we have $3,000 in my high yield savings account. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So we have 3,480, and my goal is about 4,000 by the end of this year. And that is the final envelope that we are stuffing for my high priority. And the next one that we are stuffing is my blue binder, which has my future home / my current apartment binder. So we are stuffing $100 in furniture because I do own my credit card $400 for my bed set that I bought from Rooms to Go. So now I have $100, $200, $300, and $400 in furniture. Actually, no, I owe myself $375. So yeah, I'll just do the unstuffing another time. Appliances is getting $20. So now appliances has 50, 100, 20, 45, and 50. So that's 150. And I don't think we need any other appliances for our current apartment. So I think this will be going towards my future home. And then household is getting $30. So 20 and 30. So now household has 50, 70, 85. So that is $85 for household. And then my long-term goal, which is my first home, we are putting in $40 for my down payment. So 20 and 40. So now we have $20,000 in my high yield savings account. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40. So we have $20,340 in my first home down payment, and that is basically it for this binder. And then let's move on to my family binder. So we are stuffing $20 into my mom's envelope because I like to have the same amount for my mom and my dad. So now I definitely messed up somewhere. So now in Household CEO, she has $200 in my high yield savings account, 20, 40, 50, which I am going to put this away here and exchange it for a 50 because I think I messed up. 50, 60, 75, and 80. So we have 280 for my mom. And then Mia Moore is getting $20. His birthday is coming up, so I am trying to stuff this, and my goal is $500 for his birthday. And also, we actually talked about his paycheck, so I will be managing his paycheck starting next pay period. Not this upcoming one, I think 2 weeks, because we technically get paid bi-weekly, but I just like to split my paychecks and budget weekly because it helps me track my expenses more. But yeah, for next cash stuffing, no, not this cash stuffing, but next cash stuffing, Jose's paycheck will be included, so that is extremely exciting. But now he has 150, 220, 40, 50, 60, 5, and 70. So 270 for Mia Moore. And then we are stuffing Headache. Wait, not Headache. Yes, Headache. My sister. She will be receiving 5. So now she has 10, 25, and 30. And then we are skipping my brother-in-law. Family is receiving $10. So now they have $200 in my health savings account, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 310 and 20. So that is $320 for family. And then Fur Babies is receiving $5. So now they have 20, 35, 45. And then next one is going to be Anniversary. Anniversary is receiving $10. And this one isn't till November, so I'm just stuffing this slowly. But now it has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. And then lastly is going to be Christmas. I will be putting in $30, and I only have 15, 40, and 35 left, so I am almost done with this tracker, and this saves $500. So let's put in 30, and my goal is about $1,000 by the end of this year for Christmas. So now it has 50, 150, 250, 70, 90, 310, 330, 50, 70, 90, 410, 20, 30, 40, 55, and 60. So 460, and we are almost halfway through my goal. And that is basically it for this binder. And I hope I didn't mess up because I'm looking at these bills and we have two more binders to go through. Alrighty, and next one is going to be my personal savings / my short-term saving funds. So starting with Beauty. Beauty is receiving $50, not 50, $20. But I don't have any 20, so let's go ahead and give this a change. So I'm gonna get 20, 40, and 50. So grab this 50. And I am putting in 20 for this paycheck or cash stuffing. So now beauty has $200 in my high yield savings account. 50, 70, 90 through 10 through 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, and 70. So we have 370 in beauty. And the next one is clothes. I still have to purchase some more scrubs, so I will be putting in $50 for this one. So now clothes has $100 in my high yield savings account, 50, 75, so 175 in total. And then next one is going to be wish list, which is going towards my Rincon. And I also want to purchase the new iPhone 18, which they usually release them around November, so I have a bit of time. So let's put $20 for this one. And then wish list now has $300 in my high yield savings account, 50, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have 550 for wish list. And then let's move on to stationery, which is getting $10. So now stationery has 30. And then let's move on to splurge, which is for my birthday. It will be receiving $5. However, I messed up somewhere, so I'm gonna put this 5 away and grab a 10. So now splurge has 310. And then next one is going to be vacation, which is supposed to be receiving $15. But now yes, I do have $15. So let's grab a 10 and a 5. And let me make another change. So let's get 50, 70, 90, and 100. 50, 70, 90. So 50, 70, 90, and 150. Sorry guys, I definitely messed up somewhere because my denominations are all over the place. But I'm going to grab another 100. And I think I already put the $15 in here. So let's go ahead and mark this 15. Oops. So now in vacation, I still have 1,100, 200, 350, 70, 80, 95, 405. So 405 for vacation. And after I calculated Jose's debts, which he currently has because when he was in nursing school, he was actually using all of his credit cards to compensate for not being able to work as much and to buy his books and expenses for like daily necessities. He actually owes, including his student loans, he owes about $20,000, and he does want to pay them all back by the end of this year. I believe he does owe $8,000 from his credit card, and $10,000 is from his student loans. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of budgeting in his end, and I'm going to try and help him as much as possible to pay those off as soon as possible, but also be mindful of how realistic we can actually budget since he does have bills, and since we moved out, there's more factors going towards it. But anyways, pre-K fund is also getting $10. So now pre-K has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, and 90. And then lastly is going to be rainy day. We are stuffing this with $50. So 20 and 30. And I just found out that my new job actually gave us an automatic 48 hours of PTO. So that's 4 call outs that are covered if I need it. So I'm so happy about that, but I'm trying not to call out as much because my previous job I did have 20 call outs. They gave me a written warning. So yeah, I'm trying not to develop that behavior again this time around, but it will be receiving $50. So now rainy day fund has $500 in my health savings account, 650, 750, 850, 70, 90, 910, 930, 50, 70, 90, and $1,000. Oh my gosh, $1,000 in rainy day fund. And we just have 6 raindrops left to cash stuff, and we are completing this rainy day fund. And that is it for this binder. And lastly, towards my small business fund, actually this binder goes here. And in my small business fund, we are stuffing just one envelope, which is taxes, since I had $200 worth of income from YouTube, which thank you so much guys for watching, sharing, and hyping up my video and even commenting. I really do appreciate you guys for your support, but taxes is receiving 30% of the $200 that I received from YouTube, which is a total of $60. So that should be the leftover amount here in this cash tray, which is 20, 40, 50, and 60. So that is correct. And let me go ahead and add this, and let's give this a count. So in taxes we have, so this is YouTube and Etsy taxes. I currently have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. So that's 1685 in taxes, which is a lot, but it's better to be prepared anyways rather than having to pay so much money. So that is basically it for this cash stuffing. Let me put this away. Alrighty guys, we reached the end of the video, and I really want to say thank you so much for staying and tuning in and hanging out with me. And if you guys liked that video, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hope to see you guys next video. Take care as always. Bye guys.